The internet is in absolute shock after audio leaked that has sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry. What was once brushed off as rumors and whispers in the shadows has now burst into the blinding light of public scrutiny. The names involved? Legendary. The implications? Devastating. Diddy, Will Smith, and Meek Mill, three powerhouses now tied to a storm that's brewing in the most unexpected way. And the courtroom, it didn't just go silent, it shook. The room was dark, not just dark. Curtains drawn, phones off, eyes watching, a heavy silence sat in the air, thick enough to choke on. And then Diddy stepped forward. "Aye, listen here." His voice was low, but it cut sharp. "From this moment right here, what happens stays between us. You'll hear me?" Meek shifted uneasily in his seat. Will's eyes narrowed, studying every word, every breath. No, I ain't playing," Diddy said, taking off his shades slowly. "This ain't no joke. What I'm about to do, what we bout to do, it don't leave this room. You feel me?" Will nodded. Meek glanced around, then nodded too. "Good," Diddy said. Then he reached into a bag, slow, deliberate. The room got even quieter. You could hear hearts beating, and then he pulled out a small glossy bottle. The cap twisted off with a soft click. "This here, this ain't just oil," he whispered. "This a ritual. This is power. Once we step in, there ain't no turning back. You're still in?" Neither Meek nor Will spoke. They just looked at him, then at each other. Diddy smiled. Not a warm smile. A knowing one. The kind that carried secrets. The kind that said, "I run this." "Aight then," he said. "Let's begin. But remember, you speak on this to anybody, and I swear on everything I built, there won't be no comeback." The room fell silent again. Not out of peace, but out of pure, unfiltered tension. Whatever was about to go down, it wasn't just a meeting. It was a covenant, an oath, and some oaths they never break.
Yeah.
Literally! What was on audio? No one expected what they heard. Even the most seasoned journalists, the court officials, the judges, every single person in that room sat back in stunned, breathless silence. This wasn't just a leak, it was a cannonball into still waters, the kind of revelation that leaves a permanent scar on reputations, careers, and maybe even legacies. The audio, grainy yet unmistakable, played over the courtroom speakers with the weight of 1,000 anvils. Diddy's voice came first. Cool, confident, but also holding an undercurrent of tension that could slice through glass. What followed was an interaction so surreal, so unbelievably raw, that even seasoned courtroom observers clutched their chests. Then came Will Smith. Yes, that Will Smith. His voice, immediately recognizable, sounded agitated, almost as if he was pleading or perhaps warning. And then, Meek Mill, caught in the middle, or playing his own role in this triangle of power. Gasps echoed through the courtroom as the audio progressed. The judge paused the proceedings, not because of a legal issue, but because people simply couldn't process what they had just heard. The audio hinted at meetings, late-night sessions, private conversations in secure locations, the kind of interactions that are never supposed to see the light of day. One part of the tape had Diddy saying, "Everything we do stays between us. You feel me? No one can know, but someone did know, and someone hit record." It wasn't just the content, it was the tone, the desperation in Smith's voice, the controlled dominance in Diddy's, Meek's elusive, almost cryptic contributions. It felt like listening to a movie scene, only this was real life, and every word was being dissected by legal teams, media analysts, and fans around the world. Speculation spread like wildfire. What were they discussing? Money? Influence? Something even darker? Internet sleuths began cross-referencing timelines, public appearances, cryptic lyrics, even old interviews. And what they found only added fuel to the blaze. Suddenly, old footage of Will Smith looking visibly uncomfortable at industry events resurfaced. Meek's interviews, where he hinted at industry secrets, were being replayed with a new lens. And Diddy? Well, his history of power moves and industry dominance was being re-examined under the microscope. The courtroom wasn't just the setting for a trial anymore, it had become ground zero for a cultural earthquake. Legal teams scrambled to have the audio suppressed, citing privacy violations, but it was too late. The damage was done. It had already gone viral, spreading across the internet faster than any injunction could stop. Memes, theories, live discussions, it was all-consuming. This wasn't a scandal, this was an inflection point. Insiders are now speaking out, anonymously, of course. One source claimed, "This isn't about justice, this is about control, power. People are about to see a side of the industry they were never meant to see." Another, even more chilling, warned, "If this is just part one, you don't want to know what's coming next." And now, amidst the chaos, the question looms: who leaked the tape? Was it a whistleblower, a disgruntled former ally, or someone playing a long game, waiting for just the right moment to strike? Theories abound, but no one is safe. Every name connected to the trio is being scrutinized. Every conversation, every meeting, every partnership. Nothing is off limits anymore. As the courtroom prepares for the next hearing, security has tripled. Reporters camp outside day and night, fans chant support or outrage, and the atmosphere inside? Tense doesn't begin to describe it. You can feel it in the air, the fear, the anticipation, the slow crumbling facade of the glossy celebrity world. This is not just about Diddy, or Will, or Meek. This is about an entire industry being dragged into the light, its shadows slowly evaporating under the harsh scrutiny of truth. And whether this is a takedown, a warning, or the beginning of something much bigger, the world is watching, and no one is ready for what comes next.